better things to do. So Ed and Carl, the brothers, the sum of their ages and their father is 61 years old. So there's three people, right? So let's call this Ed, Carl, and father. I know Ed is 5 years older than Carl, and their father. So everything is based on Carl. So Carl will be X. Ed is 5 years older than Carl, so whatever Carl is, Ed is 5 years older. Sorry. And the father is 6 times as old as Carl, so let's write 6x. That's the most important thing. Now, I know that the sum of their ages, so let's just add Ed's age, plus Carl, plus the dad, which is 6x, that equals 61. Now it's just a matter of whatever. 6, 7, 8, 8x, plus 5 equals 61. Minus 5 on both sides. 8x equals 56, divide both sides by 8, x equals 7. So Carl is 7, Ed is x plus 7 plus 5, which gives him 12, and Dad is 7 times 6, 42 years old. Okay? And if we add these three, just to double check, does it actually give you 61? 42 and 7 is 49, 49 and 12 is 61, so it matches our statement. As you can see, not too crazy questions, right? What can we do this? 2. Right, here we go. Can I make this bigger? No. Ray is 2 years younger than Sig. Okay, so we have Ray. We have Sig. So Ray's age is based off Sig. So Sig is X. And Ray is 2 years younger, so whatever Sig is, minus 2. That's right, identifying them. And now we use the statement 3 times, so 3 is 3, times is times, Sig is X, right, Sig's age, 3 times X. Subtracted from means subtraction. 5 is 5, and then times Ray's age. Ray is X minus 2, put in parentheses, equals Sig's age, and Sig's age is X. That is your equation, but subtracted from is a turnaround, so this one would have been tricky. Minus 3x equals x. Okay, so we have to solve this. Sorry, excuse me. So 5 times x is 5x, minus 10 minus 3x equals x. 5 minus 3x is 2x, minus 10 equals x. We're going to get rid of one of the variables, so we do minus x on both sides. 2x minus x is x, minus 10 equals 0, x minus, that's 0, and then we add 10 to both sides, and x equals 10, which makes 6h equals 10, and Ray is 10 minus 2, which gives him 8. Okay. Where am I? That was 2. 3. Find 2 consecutive even integers. So remember, if they're even integers or odd integers, if the first one is x, the second one has to be x plus 2. If they were not even, or just consecutive, one following the other, then it would be x plus 1, x plus 2, etc. Okay. So those are the 2 consecutive even integers. So now we're gonna set up our equation such that twice the smaller one, so 2 times the smaller one. So let me write small for this one and larger. 2 times the smaller one, which is x, is, so twice the smaller one is, and again, I think if you did this, translate it literally under the words itself. So 2 times the smaller equals 26 is 26. Less than means subtraction. 3 means 3. Times means times, and the larger one is x plus 2, so I'll write x plus 2, but in parentheses. Now, there is a little modification we have to make, and I'll write it on top. So it's 2x equals, and we're going to switch that around, because it's the word is less than, equals 26. Oh, sorry, not equals 26, minus 26. Right, so these two, because of the word line. less than switch position. So now it's just solving. So 2x equals 3x plus 6 minus 26. Combine like terms. You get minus 20. We're going to subtract 2x from each side. Minus 2x, right? Because that's a smaller one. 2x minus 2x is 0. 3x minus 2x is x minus 20. And then we add 20 to both sides. And we're going to finally get that x equals 20. So the small guy, or the smaller integer, is 20. And the larger one, obviously, is 22. Okay. It's nothing. Not going to comment. Okay. The greater of two numbers is 1 less than 3 times the smaller. All right, so we have two numbers, a smaller one and a larger one. Okay, so the greater is being described in terms of the smaller. So let's call the smaller x. So the greater one is of two numbers is 1 less. The greater one is 1 less than 3 times the smaller one. Okay, so the larger, so not G, not L. So let me write G for greater number. So the greater number is 1 less than 3 times the smaller one. 1 less than 3 times the smaller one, so it should be 3x minus 1. So that's how we're going to represent the greater number. Okay, so now that we have both numbers, right, so we're going to use this guy for the greater and this guy for the smaller. The 3 times, again, I'll do it right under so you guys can see, 3 times the greater number is 3x minus 1. Right? Is equal. 5 is just 5. More than means plus. And 8 is just 8. Times is just times. And then finally, x smaller is x. So there is your equation. Literally one part by part translated. One that, right underneath. If you have to make any switches, if it's less than, subtract it from, you do that later. But, I think this way is easy. Distributive property. 9x minus 3 equals 5 plus 8x. Get rid of one of the variables. Minus 8x here. Minus 8x. So you notice that they all become actually not even two-step equation, just one-step equation. This goes away. 9x and 8x is x minus 3 equals 5. And we add 3 to both sides. X equals 8. So the small number is 8. The large number is 3 times 8 minus 1, which is going to give us 23. A mother's 28 years older than her daughter. So again, we got daughter and mom. That's easy. So the daughter is x, and let's call the mom x plus 28. Okay. In 4 years, so we need a table here, right? That's now. 4 years we plus. In 4 years, the daughter is going to be whatever her age is, plus 4. The mom is going to be x plus 28 plus 4, which we're going to rewrite obviously as x plus 32. Okay, so that's their ages in 4 years. I'll use this and this. In 4 years, the mother, which is x plus 32, will be, it's the same thing as is, but in the future tense. The mom will be 3 times as old as the daughter. And how old is the daughter? X plus 4, which will be in parentheses. How old is mom now? Well, x plus 32 equals 3x plus 12. Subtract x from each side. You're going to get 32 equals 2x plus 12. We're going to subtract 12 from each side. And 2x equals 10. Divide by 2, x equals 10 divided by 2 is 5. So x is the daughter's age, and the mom is obviously 5 plus 28, which makes mom 33 years old. Okay. Number 6. Oh, 2 more. That's it? Oh, short. Very short quiz. Ron is 6 years than his wife, Bev. So let's call Ron and wife. So again, Ron's being described in terms of the wife's age. So how old is the wife? We don't know, so we'll call her X. And Ron is X plus 6. In 4 years, you're going to be 4 years older. So Ron's going to be X plus 6 plus 4, or X plus 10. And the wife is going to be X plus 4, right? So those are their two ages in 10 years, in 4 years. So now let's use that to set up our equation. So twice his age, twice Ron's age, which is 2 times X plus 10, right? So this age right here, so we're going to use this age and this age, by the way. So twice Ron's age, which is 2 plus 10, twice Ron's age, which is X plus 10, parentheses, plus 1 will be, E is the same thing. So again, twice his age plus 1 will be, is the equal sign, 3 times Bev's age 3 years ago. This is the tricky part with this question. And I actually remember a lot of the kids missed on this. So Bev's age is X. Okay, so, and then 3 years ago, her age was X minus 3. Okay, so that's the little thing you would have done if this was your quiz. So 2x plus 20 plus 1 equals 3x minus 9. And hopefully I'm doing this right. Combine like terms, so we get 2x plus 21 equals 3x minus 9. Let's subtract 2x from each side. You get 21 equals x minus 9. I'm going to add 9 to both sides, which makes the wife 30 years old, and Ron is 36. Okay, so the wife is 30, and Ron is 30 plus 6, which makes him 36. Now, 1 second, guys, let me just move this. So here you have a choice. I know when we were actually doing this in class, whether to multiply by the LCM to get rid of the fractions now, or do the distributive prop and get rid of it later. So I prefer doing it the distributive prop. Just 1 second, guys. All right, so my preference is I'm going to negative 15, so that's be negative 15 over 2m. Remember, I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this again, so it would be plus 2 and 4 can simplify, right? So I'm going to get 15 over 6 minus 11 over 4. So that's, and let me just confirm, blah, 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 15 times 2 is 30, okay, 15 over 2, 1 over 2, okay, so that looks okay. So now I'm going to multiply the LCM between 2, 6, and 4 is 12, so I'm going to pick another color, multiply everything by 12. All the terms multiplied by 12. And multiplying everything by 12, that's 12 times 64. 12 times 64 is 768. So if I multiply, then that's that. 12 times, what is this? 12 times negative 15, so it's going to be a negative number. So, and then, hang on a second. Jeez. Hang on a second, guys. So 12 times 15 divided by 2. 12 times 15 divided by 2, that's going to give us 90. Negative 90m. 12 divided by 2 is 6 plus 30. And then here, 12 divided by 4 is 3 times 33m. So now we can combine some like terms, and we'll probably get a really ugly answer. So 90m and 33m is going to be 1 negative 23m plus 30. So let's do what we know how to do. Minus 30, minus 30, and we get negative 123m. And this is going to give me 738. And divide both sides by negative 123. Yuck. Positive. So our answer is m equals 738 over negative 123. So now we got to check. That's the ugly part here. So I'm going to erase this. I'm just going to, let me just double check, because if I check and everything is wrong, it's just a pain. 738 over negative 123. Let me just make sure I'm following the math. 12 times 4, that's okay, 768. Hang on a second, guys. 1 over half, negative 15 over 2. 12 times 15, 90 divided by 2, 90, so I'm okay there. That was a positive 2, 3, 6, 15, 12 times 15, again is 12 times 15, 90 divided by 6, this one's going to be 30, that's okay. And 12 divided by 4 is 3, 33, right. So it looks like okay. 90, 123. That looks like the right answer. So let's do a check. Negative 15 over 4. It's going to be 2 times our answer, 738 over negative 123. Minus what? Minus 2/3. Minus 11 over 4 times negative 738 over negative 123. Sorry. It's already negative. Yikes. Okay, so you have a calculator. Definitely can use it. I hope you use it. So in here, it's a minus sign here. So, geez. So let me just multiply that out. So 2 times 738, enter, is 1476. Okay, over negative 123 minus 2/3. And then over here, minus, and then I'm going to multiply that, so it's going to be positive, because a negative and a negative is a positive, and it's going to be some really ugly number. So 4 times 123, the denominator is 492. The numerator is 11 times 738, 8118. Okay, so once I have a single number, hopefully this works out. So let me just see if I can divide 8118 divided by 492. Wow, actually, this actually is 16.5. Right, the whole thing becomes 16.5. So over here, negative 15 over 4, I'm going to leave that alone for now. And then I'm going to subtract that. So on the calculator, I'm going to fraction. 1476 over negative 123 minus 2/3. Please, 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 please give me a pretty answer. And that is not a pretty answer. So it's negative 12, and that's, I got that 82 over 123, which I'm going to multiply by a negative number, which in this case is negative 15 over 4. Negative 15 over 4. Enter. Oh boy. And that's, this whole thing gives me 47 and over 246 over 492, which is, if you think about it, that's the same, that's a half, right? 246 over 492, so that's 47 and a half, or I'm going to write 0.5. Plus the 16.5, right? You know that that equals 64, 47. So that'd be 16 plus 48, so that truly equals 64. which equals to 64 on the other side. So your check is a little messy, but definitely, you know, I much rather you guys do these types of equations than something like this. I mean, you know, when you always have your variable equaling a nice whole integer or something, you know, sometimes it's nice. Because then you know that not all answers are pretty, have to be pretty. Okay, so again, solve and check. Yeah, that's it. So that should, yeah, 2 periods should be more than enough to do it.